These are the Rockville Mini RF1s 1x12. These are the Rockwedge 3x18. This is the Shehd 6x18. This, both 6x18, and this is a Rockville Best Par 60, and I'm going to talk to you about that. What's up, guys? DJ Mike James coming back at you again. If you guys know, I've been dealing with these up lights, the Mini RF1s and their ability to pair up with the other lights. Rockville commented on my previous post saying that they will pair up to them, and then somebody else commented on there, which I need to look that up so I can give him credit, saying that the Mini RF1s will always default to a 001 DMX address, and if you're using a controller, that it would be under the red. So what I ended up figuring out was if I turn these on, these are all set to, that's green, that's DMX, that's DMX, that's their DMX address. It's all this light blue color. It's the very last one before it recycles, and they're all responding to this one that's blinking green. Now what I found out is that if you turn, I just ordered these are, I'm assuming these are 2 different generations of lights. These are my brand new ones that I just ordered, and I have 4 older ones, and I have these set up in the DMX, wireless DMX channel of red. And as you can see, they are pairing up. These are pairing up perfectly with these. However, I have all of these lights set in red. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything turned on for you here. They are all set to DMX address. So I'm going to call these 2nd generation Rockwedges, because the original generation Rockwedge set in the red DMX wireless channel does not sync up to these. These are in red. It's saying that it's synced up, but it is not. That's in red, that's in red. None of these 1st generation lights will sync up to the RF1s. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean that these are. This is my master, as you can see. So when I change it off of the DMX address to a color light, now let me get one that's a little brighter. That way you can see. All of these lights synced up. These shut down. So I don't understand why this light will sync to these 2 new lights. Of course, these are all in the DMX channel of red. And then these lights shut off because they didn't do that before. So all of these synced up. They're all in this orange color. This one's still plugging right along. And for some reason, this one is now not responding. These 3 are not responding to their light. And I don't understand why that is. I'm going to try something else, and I'm going to shut all these off so you can see all of these pair up together. So we don't really need these on for that purposes. I just needed you to see that in the color group of red, when I shut all of these down, set this one back, and I'm just going to set it back to these all sync back up again. Now, the disappointing thing about this is that not only will your 1st gen lights, and this is a brand new both light, so it's not marrying up to that technology. This is an older Shehd 6x18. This is, of course, the original Best Par 60. These are, I'm going to call these 1st generation Rockwedges, and these are brand new because I just ordered them I'm building up my Rockwedge collection, and these will sync up to those, but it won't go the other way. And the disappointing thing about that is that when I set this as my master, I have the IR on in it, and I have IR off on all of my other lights. I can use the technology in this light with the IR, change all the lights in the room. However, they made it to where this light is the one that's going to be in control of your Rockwedges. And the problem with that is that in wireless DMX, you don't have any IR control over this particular light. And not only that, you have very minimal control over what you can actually make the light do. I can't change any of the colors. I can switch it to strobe. That's it. I can't change the color. I can't do any of that stuff. I can switch it to sound active, which is what that is. That's remote mode. So that is the wireless DMX channel. So again, if I set my master, these all should be wirelessly DMXing to these, but they're not. They're not going to. So I'm gonna set this one back because this is my master, and I can show you that it'll sync up all of these other lights, but I don't think that's important right now. I think the important thing is that they made the technology marry up to the inferior light. So again, and I can make any one of these my master, and see as it's blinking, it's giving the wireless DMX signal to these, but I have zero control over this with the RF remote, especially in wireless DMX. And like I said, it's upsetting in a sense that I can't believe they wouldn't have made the better technology light be in control of the inferior RF1 product. So very upsetting. Like I said, will they sync up to some of your lights? They will. Like I said, these, I'll call these second generation Rockville rock wedges, but they won't marry up to any of the first gens. I'm going to turn all these back on again, and I'm going to switch that master so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. And I don't know what's going on with the signal as far as why they won't do anything now. And so there we go. All these synced up. This one didn't. This one is staying with the RF1 for I don't know why, honestly, but none of these other lights are going to sync up to those. So just FYI guys, when you're out there looking at these lights and they're saying that they're going to marry up and they're going to do this and they're going to do that, I guess in some instances they are going to do that. However, this is going to be your control light, so you better have a DMX controller if you want everything in the room to do the same thing. Or if not, you know, you're just going to be stuck with this kind of scenario right here. However, if I change this back, you can see I'm changing every single one of the lights. And that's another thing too, between the Shehd's lights and the both lights, the color mixing is different. But you'll notice that, yeah, I would recommend just putting those on two different groups and then having them sync to each other, and that'll be a better effect for you. So as you can see, all these, that's sound active now. There's my sound. In my LED, my color mixing, I just have them in blue because I have everything else turned off. So as soon as I set this back to A001 enter, it's gonna pair up. These all shut down. These stayed on because they're still responding to the last command I gave them out of this light, but those didn't stay on. So like I said guys, you know, buyer beware as far as like how this is all gonna pair up for you. And you know, I mean, I really want you guys to have the best information out there. Using these lights, I don't worry about it anymore because now I only use the RF ones to uplight my totems and uplight my booth. And I like having the option of having my room do one thing and then my booth and totems do something completely separate. And I've been getting away with that. Like I said, the reverse engineering as far as having this light control the superior light is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to me. This light or any one of these three lights should be controlling this little accent light, but it's not going to work out that way. So I want to thank you guys for watching my channel. I know there's been a lot of comments on these pairing up and if they will or if they won't. All of these will, of course. These are the second generation rock wedges will pair to these with these controlling them, which is, like I said, absolutely ridiculous. I do want to give a shout out to everybody. Like I said, I broke 325 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I want to keep putting out good quality content for you guys, and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see, you know, as far as getting all these lights to sort of do what we want them to do. I don't run these in wireless DMX. I just run them in their RF remotes because the beauty of that is when I have them hidden in my totems, I don't have to pull the scrim back. The RF remote will be able to change those right there with me, and I keep them right around me. I know some people have been saying that the range on the RF remote, if you're in a big room, the backlights won't change as quickly, and I noticed that too when I used them at a wedding reception. So I would just kind of walk through the middle of the room and change them all at that point. But eventually I'm going to switch over to all my room uplighting to be more than likely the rock wedges. Although the both 6x18s, the Shehd 6x18s, and of course the Best Par 60, which is probably one of the biggest uplights out there, are all great, fantastic options. For me, it's always it's always price over function, and for the price you can't go wrong with the rock wedges. So I hope this helped you guys out. Like I said, it upset me, you know, when I figured out that these will only run off of these. So I wanted to make a video and let you guys know exactly what's going on. Hit me up in the comments. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. You guys are really supporting me, and I'll have more stuff coming up and a huge wedding reception coming up in October. So, well, October is tomorrow, so next weekend that show is going to be up and running. We'll be doing a huge setup, nightclub type setup. My old trussing, everything's going up for this wedding. It's always about what the customer wants, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
This video is made possible by 3436.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass.